Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to MXGP Career Mode. My name is Ninjutsu Evolved and this is part 8. For those of you who haven't caught up on previous episodes, please feel free to subscribe and check out my channel. There is a playlist with all available episodes of this career mode there for you to enjoy. I'll give you a couple of seconds to check it just in case if you're going to. And since you haven't taken my opportunity, let's get back into action. So, Beto Carrero, our debut on the Yamaha. First race finished in 7th, second race finished in 2nd. We ended up 2nd overall in the meeting. We missed out on winning our 4th consecutive Grand Prix by a single point. Now luckily for us, the closest person in the championship to us, was Christophe Charlier, matched us for points. So our championship advantage is still 28. The only person who we actually lost points to was Jeffrey Hurlings. He's the person who beat us. So he's gone from 33 points behind to 32. So, you know, not a massive deal. As we prepare to head back into Europe, we had the one round at Beto Carrero in France, and now we head to Ernee. Sorry, Beto Carrero in Brazil. Try and get that right. And now we're prepared to head back into Europe to Ernee in France. As you can see, the team objective has increased quite significantly. We've gone from 20 points to 35. We scored 36, I think, in the previous race, in the previous Grand Prix. But we're going to be hoping for good things here at Ernee. Rider challenges Alessandro Lupino. Quite strange, considering the fact he's not the closest man to us in the championship. He's not even the second closest either. So as you can see, same assists and everything as normal. Let's jump into the French Grand Prix. MX2, round 6 of the MX2 World Championship, part 8 of MXGP Career Mode. I'm quite excited, even though I can't remember what track Ernee is. Oh God, is this that one? Is this that one with the cliff? Where it's like you're riding, it's like the second half of the lap is pretty much all uphill and it's just going back and forth, like you're going up like a winding staircase sort of. Oh, there's no other way I can think of to describe it. I'll have to see when it loads up. Oh, it is as well. This is a great track, it's just not particularly easy. And not having qualifying or practice sessions, yeah, it always makes this fun because I've got to try and remember the layout on the fly. Right, got to remember, right hand side is the inside for this one. Oh, see, there's a little gap there, but it's only 2 gates wide. I'm going to have someone either side me. Nah, outside. Don't be stupid. Just do what you do. Stick to the game plan. So ladies and gentlemen, race number 1 of the French Grand Prix, part 8 of MXGP Career Mode, round number 6 of the MX2 for our World Championship. Let's see if we can actually bring a win home for this Yamaha team. There we go, there. I love how it says ready, steady, go like I'm 3 years old. I love that. Right, first corner. I don't want to cut too much. I went way too early then. I'm surprised I got through that alive, and I'm surprised I got through it as high up as I am. It's my teammate there, Ferris. I didn't realise he was my teammate, but his levels look very similar. As we move his way up into 2nd. Yeah, this is... Whoa! Come on, Jordi. Push, push, push. Thank you. First place. Now we need to push like hell. We need to get this gap up. This corner, deceptively tight. You've got that little bit where the track drops away from you. And now we come to the bit I was trying to describe, where it's just up and up and up, all the way up this hill. Now over this jump and a sharp turn to come back down on ourselves. Now instead of going like side to side and slowly going up, now we're going up and down. It's a hard little braking point, is that. You don't want to carry too much speed, but you don't want to be braking too late. Oh! so easy to get that wrong as well. These corners, they all just get progressively tighter until you hit this last one where it's practically stop and start. And a lead of 3.2 though. Despite the fact we'd crashed as well. I'll take that. We run this nice and wide and then cut back in for a fast first corner. Lift a little bit as you come over that rise. Wanted to lift over the second one as well though. I lifted over the wrong one. I'm trying to remember how to ride this track. Although it's not really punishing us too much at the minute. We do have great speed on this Yamaha. We made a mistake in that first sector, but we've still gained a 10th. A completely different story from Beto Carrero. This time, this time it feels like this bike is underneath us. Even though there are still parts where it still feels a little bit wild compared to the Honda. It does seem to get really good drive. If we don't make mistakes through rhythm sections, that is. Power on, try and clear that. Absolutely beautiful, didn't want to kiss any of that second part of the landing. Gap's up to 4.2, so we've gained a second so far on this lap through the opening two sectors, and this is where we were quick before. Too late. Keep pushing. Earlier. That's it. Managed not to come off the bike this time. Despite the fact you can see it is still always trying to wheelie. You're getting your power on these traction zones, it's always trying to wheelie. 48.1, that felt okay. That felt fairly quick. There is room for improvement. 5.5 clear. Looks like a return to form. Here in France, we come back to Europe and all of a sudden the pace comes back to us as well. Ooh. Scrubs enough speed to keep ourselves away from the fences. Yeah, this is feeling good. I'm liking this Yamaha now. I think Beto Carrero is just not a good track for us. It's nice to be able to identify what are and what aren't. Although to be honest, this could have gone, that start, how skew if that start went here at Ernee, that could have gone a lot worse. Last thing we want is for it to start, for its performances to start to tail off. Just keep pushing, keep building this championship lead. 28 points coming into this race. We were very lucky not to lose any of us advantage at Beto Carrero in Brazil. Now have a lead of 6.3 with Jordi Teixeira. Oh, run wide through that corner, didn't scrub anywhere near enough speed. Scrubbed too much there. Now I'm just getting sloppy and making mistakes. I just need to be quiet and concentrate. Need to make sure I'm hitting these corners, not losing the bike, not crashing. Just keep the lead driving that. Whoa! See what I mean? Traction zone's the only thing the bike wants to do with wheelie. We very nearly lost the lead. We very nearly lost the win there. Teixeira put in the fastest lap of the race on the final lap as we started falling apart. Very lucky not to do a repeat of Agueda. That's a race victory. Closest championship rival, really Lupino in 4th, Herlings in 5th, Anstey in 9th and Charlier in 10th. So we know that we're extending that championship advantage. Yeah, it feels good at that point. What does their next level go? Went out to level 81. Not really representative considering the fact when we started it was on like 79. But it doesn't matter. So coming up to race number 2 here in Ernee. Yeah, race 1 has given me a fair bit of confidence and I'm hoping to be able to capitalise on that. We want to see, this is the return to form now. After Beto Carrero, after not getting a single race win and finishing second in the meeting by only a point. Now I'd like to jump back to form and get this championship lead back out. Remember, realistic difficulty, races only, no practice, no qualifying. Trying to remember half of these tracks on the fly. Looking forward to the Lausitzring, very much so. Believe me, I'm looking forward to the Lausitzring. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, race number 2. Get away with the leaders. Be careful through turn 1 that we don't get caught out. And straight into the lead. We may not have got the whole shot, but we got the job done very shortly afterwards. And then we've driven straight into advertising boards. Ridden straight into advertising boards, should I say. What an absolute pleb. Now the fight begins. Again though, we're ahead of all of us championship rivals. It's Putron who's trying to go with us. Ooh, he put a beautiful little pass in. Charlier's fallen, crashed and gone to the back of the pack. Bike trying to buck and wheelie on me again. It is quite tricky. A racetrack with the elevations being as fierce as they are, and I can't tell if it's just the acceleration of the Yamaha which is making. I don't think it's just the Yamaha. I think it's the track which is assisting in this front wheel coming up. We're a second clear of Ferris with a second intermediate point. Oh, ran way too wide out there and got reset. Power on. Nosy. Power on. Whoa, too much power. Back behind Ferris. Oh! Yamaha teammate. Oh, and just completely lost the bike altogether there. I'm going to fall way down the field. Instead jumping across the final corner. But again, we're not behind any of us championship rivals, I don't think, at this point. Front wheel taken away. Now this is where this gets difficult. You see, I wanted to, whoa, Petrov! I wanted to run away at the front. It's a very narrow track because of the tightness of the corners and the narrowness of and how narrow the actual racing surface is. It's quite. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't get a corner cut there. It's quite difficult to find places to pass. The best places to do it actually around here are like little ribbon sections like that where you can carry so much more speed. The outside of that corner will give us the inside for this one. Oh, and then I dropped the bike again. You know what, I've had a race victory, I'm not going to complain. We've had a return to form. I'm still track again. I'm still trying to get. I'm not going to give up. I'm still going to be trying to push for the best result we can get here. But I think the race victory, due to all these mistakes, is very quickly escaping us. Especially since how wild this bike tends to be under power. Like I say, I think it's more the circuit than the bike itself. I could be wrong though. We have gone to a bike which is supposedly faster. Supposedly has a higher performance. So maybe that's what's given us that extra torque to the back wheel. But it's all things that we need to learn. It's all things that we need to get used to. Because when we get to MX1, those bikes are so much more than this. Straight down the inside of hurdling stuff. Oh, and then hit the freaking bale. Power, 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 power. Power all the way. Gained a bit of he's gained time on us there. I think I must have already done him. Oh, come on! Yeah, this is rapidly falling apart. After a first race where we just carried that terrible final sector of the first race, and we've turned that into race 2. Oh, Hurlings has gone down. I think we may have just given him a concussion because his back wheel went straight over his head then. Thankfully, like I say, it's a good job these riders can't get hurt because we wouldn't finish most of these races, especially races like this where we're all over the place. Oh, come on! See, there are times where, yeah, the physics of... Ah! My position. My position! Desperation's kicking in, pushing too hard. 8th place looks like it will be our finishing position, provided we can keep the bike on the track. Come on! That's... Oh. Well, first race gave me confidence, second race will give me nightmares. 11th place in Ernee for the second moto. That's disappointing. Dean Ferris wins. He's also on a Yamaha like us. I believe Ferris and Petrov are our teammates. So, yeah, it's a lot different from when Roberts just was his teammate. We used to smash him like every race. In terms of championship rivals, Ernee 4th, Hurling 6th. Lapino 12th, so we've beaten Lapino and Charlier. Charlier down in 14th. Finished 3rd for the meeting. And still highest out of the championship contenders. Ernee in 6th, we've gained 5 points over him. Sorry, Lapino in 5th, we've gained 4 points over him. Did I say Hurling's then? Yeah, Hurling's in 5th, Ernee in 6th. Lapino in 8th, we've gained 8 points over him. Charlier down in 14th. 17 points we've gained over Charlier. I'll take that all day long. I'm going to shut up now though and just let the standings come up. I'm sure I've just confused everybody because I've just confused myself because I think I got all the names crossed up halfway through that. Come on. Oh, I'll take that. Championship lead extended. 234 plays 198. So we now have a 36 point lead over new second place man Jeffrey Hurlings. Charlier's gone down to 3rd. Oh, he's on 189. Anstey's crept up to 4th. He's also on 189. Lapino slips down to 5th on 187. Ferris has brought himself into this championship fight with that great result, a great overall victory, 174. But he's starting to pull himself up into contention. But 36 point lead at the top of the standings despite that awful second race. And a 3rd place overall for the GP. I'll take that quite happily. So we'll let his MX level come up, we'll let our fans come up, and then we will go and celebrate. Or maybe we won't. That is a glitch on this game. Occasionally you don't get the animation, it just kind of focuses on the bike in the replay. Oh well, still 3rd place. So 6 Grand Prix down, and we've only been off the podium once, and that was the opening round at Qatar when we were 7th. We won in Thailand, we won in the Netherlands, we won in Portugal, we were 2nd in Brazil, and now 3rd in France. Take a look at championship standings. As you can see, Tony Cairoli with a 37 point lead in MX1, we have a 36 point lead in MX2. So it's a bit one-sided at the moment for us. Oh, and the next race is going to be round number 7, which will be part 9 of MXGP career mode from Maggiore in Italy. I don't know if again, I say this every time, don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably not. Maggiore in Italy is, yeah, it has one of the best and most difficult jumps in the game. It has 2 of them actually. I'd probably say it has 2 of them. It's a fun track and I can't wait to get into that on the next part of MXGP career mode. So ladies and gentlemen, I will leave it there. I've been Ninjitsu Evolved. This has been MXGP career mode part 8. And I will see you all again next time for part 9 from Maggiore in Italy. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you all again next time.